All things are working for my good, yeah. 'Cause he's intentional, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good, yeah. 'Cause he's intentional, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good. What is up, guys? It's Tajay and I'm back again with another video for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Me, I'm doing great. I have not uploaded in approximately 12 days. To you guys, it may be longer than that. It depends when I post this. But I was really, well, I don't want to say I was burnt out. I just said to myself, do you know what? I need a break. Like, I've been posting so consistently for like the last 2 months, so I do need to give myself a break because I don't want to get to a point where I burn out. Anyway, as you guys can see in the title, you have an idea of what we are going to be talking about in this video. So before we get into it, make sure to give this video a like. Also, subscribe if you're new. Welcome to this channel. I hope you find something that you may enjoy or like. And let's get to 100 subscribers. It's a new month. It's February, but let's try and get there before March. I believe we can do it. Anyway, let's get into it. Roll the intro. Glad you call me by my name. The love you give me, I just can't deny. Yeah. No longer glad that I can see you. I'm on my way to meet you. We gotta talk, you know. I wish somebody told me this when I was younger. I wish that when I was growing up, and especially going through secondary school, or to Americans, maybe high school, elementary school, I wish somebody said to me, being nice is not going to get you anywhere. Because it really won't. Putting your foot down and making things absolutely clear is what's going to make you get to different places. Standing on business, as everyone would say, is going to get you to places. But if you're just nice all the time, no. Especially when it comes to what you believe in, you'll find a lot of the people around you, they will not support a lot of the things that you are doing. You'll find that a lot of the things that you want to achieve, some people may think like, this is impossible. You've been so hard-headed on trying to get this one thing done and trying to get to that certain place where you want it to be, but there's people around you that are there doubting you. Being nice is not going to get you anywhere. Now, a lot of people, because they are so nice to everyone else, they always look at things and they're like, do you know what? This person is still good to me. I don't want to get rid of them. I don't want to cut them off. But you've got to cut these people off. You've got to distance yourself from these people in order to get to where you need to be. Now, as a child of God, of course, we've got to be nice. We've got to show the image of Jesus Christ towards others so that people can see the goodness of God through things that we go through in life. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you've got to sit there and take rubbish from people. It doesn't mean that you've got to sit there and listen to the negative things that people are implying towards you. And they may not say it to you directly, but whatever you're even doing for God, a lot of people are not going to disagree with it anyway, because the Bible talks about persecution. So along the line, with whatever you are doing for God, or even if it's just something that you desire and something that God has promised to you, people will not agree with it. And sometimes it may be even those closest to you, but you've got to be able to stand your ground, because if you know that this is what you believe in, if you know that this is what you need to be doing, if you know that this is what you've been called to do, surely you cannot let this, that, and the other person say all sorts to you, and then before you know it, you start to drift off course. I may be going off on a random one, but the main reason I wanted to make this video is because I just feel like God dropped it in my spirit to even just talk about. And I feel like it's for myself as well, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if I was told that being nice doesn't get you anywhere, I'm pretty sure I would have been in different places at the moment. But again, I do appreciate that everything happens in God's timing, so I'm never gonna sit here and regret anything that has happened. Like, everything has happened for a reason. But at the same time, you being nice to Tom, Dick, and Harry, it's just not going to help you. I got to a place where I sat there and thought that all of these people talking all this nonsense about my YouTube channel, or laughing at the fact that I'm still doing YouTube in 2025 and all sorts, and the fact that I'm big 21-year-old still posting YouTube videos, promoting on Instagram and whatever. I can easily sit there and listen to people and be like, do you know what? Why am I even doing this? It is kind of true. I'm in my 20s now. Why am I still doing this? I could easily sit there and listen to that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because what the enemy will do, he will try and drill that into your mind and start to make you think what they are saying. But more time, it's just that people are, I don't like to use the word jealous, but sometimes people are actually jealous of what you are doing. They see what you are doing, see how quick you're gaining, I don't know, subscribers, and seeing that you'll eventually make money from this. Because people know how these things work. People go through their stages of life and they see others. Sometimes they immediately start to think, do you know what? I kind of wish that was me. I'm tired of this 9 to 5 life I'm doing. Like, I wish I was doing what they're doing. But people don't want to work to where they want to gain that freedom. They don't want to do the work to get there. So that's why a lot of people will sit there and say to themselves, do you know what? Look at her, man. She's always doing this, that, and the third on Instagram, and I'm here in my job. Trust me, as much as some of you may not have experienced it yet, you are going to see people like that. You are going to hear from people like that. And even if they don't say it to you directly, as I mentioned before, you will definitely feel it off their actions. And there is this thing that people say, and it's called monitoring spirits. And you just have, like, me personally, yeah, I went to secondary school. I had a lot of secondary school friends on social media, or not even just secondary school friends, maybe even primary school friends. I have some of them on social media. And I heard this person talking on TikTok, and she was basically saying that Instagram is basically just a place where there's just monitoring spirits, because you just have people that you knew of or known of that you went to school with you. They're just watching your every move, watching everything you're doing, but they don't like your posts. They don't support anything. They're just there to watch and see what you are doing. And I thought to myself, do you know what? That is low key kind of true. And then one day I just sat there, went through my Instagram following list, and I saw it. And I had a look through all of the people that I was following. Now, one thing with Instagram, when you unfollow people, once you press that unfollow button, if it just says follow, it pretty much means that person has unfollowed you. Only way you can really tell if someone is still following you is when Instagram will give you a warning saying, are you sure you want to unfollow this person because they are following you? So if it doesn't give you that warning, that means that person has clearly unfollowed you. And I was just scrolling through my list, clicking on follow, clicking on follow, and I was thinking, wow, so a lot of people I've unfollowed, but they're still looking at what I'm doing. Because obviously, when you look at your Instagram stories, you can see he's watching. It doesn't make sense to me. Wonder why? Because last time I checked, if I'm unfollowing somebody, it's clearly because I don't want to see their content anymore. Not even on a thing where I hate anyone or dislike anyone. Like, if there's just something I'm not interested in, I'll unfollow. It's just as simple as that. It just made me feel so free. It made me realize, you know what? I've like gotten rid of like that weird feeling. Because like sometimes you post online, I don't know if it's just me, sometimes you do what you're doing, whether it be your business, your achievements, whatever you're posting online. Sometimes you kind of feel a bit, I don't know how to say it, you feel a bit pushed not to post it, because in the back of your head you're like, I don't know who's watching. And this runs up to you being nice. Because in the past, a few years back, I used to think, do you know what, that person did things for me, and that person actually got me through so much struggles. That person took care of me back then. You got to remind yourself, like, where's that person now? Are they still doing the same things they were doing in terms of caring for you 5, 6 years ago? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people don't have other things to do in their life. Like, of course, people have other priorities, have other things they need to take care of, and are moving on with life and doing bigger and better things. But at the same time, if people genuinely want to maintain something, they will maintain it. If people want to maintain how their hair is looking every 2 weeks, they will maintain it. So it's the same thing with friendships and relationships. If people want to maintain that friendship and brotherhood or sisterhood, they will maintain it. So that person's all of a sudden just dispersed out of nowhere and you don't hear from them all of a sudden, they're clearly not in your life, aren't they? I always used to say this to my friends, but it's like just cutting off that dead weight. If you're carrying something that's heavy on your back, the moment you take it off, you just feel free. You feel like you can breathe again. Carrying a heavy bag is very much painful. It can even be a struggle walking with a heavy bag on your back. The minute you take it off, you're like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And that's the same feeling you're going to feel when you get rid of that dead weight, when you get rid of all those negative comments, when you get rid of all those people in your ear. that's when you will feel free. That's when you're able to flourish. And again, not saying that you're not gonna come across these people ever again, because even though you're cutting off those people, you may come across life and see different people and like people that don't even know you and just say all sorts. Releasing that dead weight will make you stronger. And being nice to all of these people all the time is not going to get you nowhere. If you're firm in what you believe in, if you're firm in what you want to do in life, you will realize that whatever these guys say is not going to matter to you. Remind yourself, being nice to every single person is not going to get you nowhere. Of course, still treat people with respect. Respect people how you want to be respected. But at the same time, being nice to every single person is not going to get you anywhere. If you grant people with those favors that they wouldn't grant you, you're just going to be the one that's burnt out, and they're just going to thrive off the things that you're doing for them rather than what they're doing for you. But that's for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this and hear me just yap and talk and all sorts of nonsense, give this video a like, subscribe, and let's get to 100 subscribers. Let's get on the recommended pages, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me, and stay safe. God bless you all. Peace.